Hello, in this video we're taking a look at driving lessons for adults and mature learners. Can you learn to drive when you're over the age of 30 or 40, and what difference does it make? Well, let's take a look at this based upon me having taught over 1,000 people in the last 20 years. Many of those people have not been the kind of age that most people think learners are, because many people have this idea that all learner drivers are aged 17, 18 up to about 24, and then everyone's learned to drive. Well, that is simply not the case. I have taught many people to drive who are over the age of 25. In fact, most people I've taught are aged 25 to 45. The youngest person I ever taught, it was their 17th birthday on the day of their first lesson, and the oldest person I taught was 74. Now, what difference does it make? Well, let's take a look at this. One of the most common things I hear, especially from learner drivers, is that they say younger drivers are better because they've got better reactions and they can react to things quicker. Well, I've said this in videos before. The very fact that you are reacting to something means that you're not driving properly, because a good driver does not wait for something to go wrong and then react to it. A good driver plans ahead and doesn't need to react, because let's take an example of following a bus. What a lot of younger drivers do is they'll follow the bus, but they'll completely miss any clues that it's about to pull over, so they won't see that people are walking down the aisle of the bus. They won't spot people at the bus stop who are stepping towards the curb and raising their arm, asking the bus to stop. They won't see little clues like the fact that the bus is slightly moving left or slowing down even before it brakes, and they'll often miss all those clues and end up stuck behind the bus. Then they start creeping out, trying to see around it, and they end up nearly going head on with someone coming the other way. That's how an inexperienced driver handles it. But a more experienced driver would see all of those clues that I mentioned and would be taking action to go around the bus in the first place. And my experience shows that older people are actually better at spotting those things even without being trained in them, and it's probably because they simply have more life experience. They've seen these things happening more. So far from having a disadvantage, I would say many older drivers have an advantage over younger drivers. And in defence of younger drivers, I have to say they also suffer from stereotypes. People always have this idea that younger drivers are racing around recklessly, speeding, and they don't care about the rules. And I found out of 1,000 people I've taught, and out of all of the younger people I've taught, I've only ever had one who was like that. So yes, if you are an adult and you want to learn to drive, and if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, or even beyond, age is no barrier to driving. As with anyone, so long as you meet the eyesight and health requirements, then you're fine. So don't let age put you off learning to drive, because if anything, it's an advantage. Check out these other videos on the screen now for more help with learning to drive. Visit my website firstdrive.com and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.